Hello everyone, this is Leimomi Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul Alignment Coach here, and I just want to make a video to kind of share with you guys some new insights that I have and to help you also on your journey. So today's topic on LeimomiTV is I want to share about what to do when you feel like you kind of just need to start all over again, where you feel like you're just in the square one again, and you feel like you need to know who your target audience is because you're just not creating that consistent income. And the real reason why you don't know what you don't know, right? Because you actually, are lacking that clarity and you just can't seem to find what it is. So one thing that you need to understand about when you're lacking clarity, it has a lot to do with not knowing who you are at soul level, okay? And this is the thing that we tend to miss because we think that, well, someone had some success in doing something, so you think like, well, maybe I'll follow that, right? Or you, start your online business, or you start some kind of in some niche that you thought would work, but then you find out it's not. And all the reasons behind all of that. So if you're just listening in, just say hello, just so I know you're listening. I'm going to jump in. So if you don't know me, I am an intuitive soul alignment coach, and I basically help my clients to, really find out their real why behind why they do what they do. And in terms of how to create a business and a life that's aligned to your soul. So I'm kind of like a life and business coach combined. But my main goal is to help you to step into your leadership, to really figure out what you are meant to do in terms of a higher level of service and your purpose. So what I can do for people is basically figure out what is their soul alignment first, so that they can figure out the how, the what, the strategy behind what they do. So today I want to talk about this idea that why you're lacking this clarity. So one of the things that I have found, it's kind of related to the soul level of what your gifts are, is the reason why you may be struggling with clarity. So if you're not creating consistency in your life or in your business, especially monthly income, or you're not building your audience the way you want to, or there's so many reasons why it's not working, right? You have to go into the root reason of why that is happening. And it usually has a lot to do with soul alignment. It's usually not what you think it is. Because you think well, I've had some success and I've done that before, or you maybe even have failed in a niche or something like that, and it all just didn't really work out the way you actually intended it, right? Maybe you launched some kind of program and then you thought 10 people would sign up, but you didn't even get one. Or you've launched your webinar, or you've given free readings to people, and still you're not getting your clients, right? There's a couple of reasons why this is happening, why the consistency isn't happening. So one thing that people don't understand is that how you speak and how you share about what you do is so important, and it has to come from who you are at soul level first, okay? So I've actually been able to categorize what each and everybody's soul's gift is, and I call it your soul alignment blueprints. So what I do is I go in your Akashic records, I look at very particular things about your life and your business, and it's stuff that is meant to help you to bring in infinite wealth and abundance, okay? So things like, what is your business energy, what is your business model should look like, to what kind of relationships that will most be more ideal for you, to JV partnership with someone, and all of those kind of key details that has to do related to business, but that also does relate to relationships. So one of the reasons why people are not creating consistent income is because they're just not talking from who they are at soul level. And what's happening is you're having this gift envy, or you're using words and phrases that are not aligned to your soul. So you end up copying someone else who may be might be in alignment, but actually they're not, because 90% of people are not aligned to what they are at soul level, even though that they know who they are at soul level. If they haven't actually mastered their ability to stay in their first gift, they're actually not helping you, because you yourself need to know who you are at soul level first, and then this is how everything else makes sense. And this is what a lot of people are missing from the beginning of when they start their business. And so what's happening is people are not speaking directly from the voice and perspective of their particular energy of what their soul is. So we have 8 kinds of energies of what our soul can be. And every soul has it, but we have one particular one that's the most abundant, that we are made of from source, from God, from the creator, right? So when you are aligned to that energy, what you tend to do is you tend to express who you are, just because you just want to help people. You've, maybe ended up in a different career that you didn't expect it to. So many reasons why it kind of got you away from your first gift. But we have to express ourselves. We have to try it out, right? So what happens is you end up going in the wrong direction. You end up aligning to your second or your third gifts, and these are particular energies of what you're at soul level, okay? So this is what I consider my 3 main gifts. 3 main gifts concept. I came up with this because I was finding that people were, even though that they knew what they are at soul level, their first gift, they didn't know that they were also speaking and acting in their second and third, because as you express yourself, the second and third gifts is what you give to people. It's the outcome that people experience from you being in your first gift. But if you don't even have clarity about who you are, even if you know who you are, your first gift, you have a tendency to do your second and third as you keep expressing yourself. So as you do this, expressing your second and third, this is why you're not creating consistent income, because you keep going back and forth between who you are at soul level, but all the words and phrases, your copy, the way that you relate to people, how you connect to people, how you talk to your audience, it's all not on target, because you're not aligning to who you are first, which is your first soul's gift. See? So do you see the dilemma? The more you speak from your second and third gift, which probably has taken more than 20 years to speak from the second and third rather than the first gift, you're constantly confusing your audience, and they're like, well, I thought she was all about, power. But then she's talking from a very love perspective, and I thought that was what she was offering, and that she was empowering me to get what I actually want in my life. But then here she's talking about psychic gifts. I'm really confused now, right? So this is what we end up doing in our messaging and how we speak to people. And this is why the consistent income isn't happening, because you're not really putting the pin where it needs to go. You're not throwing the dart right at the dartboard. You're actually usually throwing the dart on the outside of the dartboard. And you have to master the ability to keep speaking from the first gift. So this is why I've created so many different tools to help you with this, even your soul's powers. What exactly is your soul's words from your first gift? And when you first learn how to speak from your first gift and how to act from your first gift, it's very confusing, because everybody tells you how you should speak to your audience in a certain way, or you get really confused as to what your topics are supposed to be about, when actually the topics you're talking about is really not what your first gift is. Do you see what I mean? So it's you're constantly confusing people from what you're saying, whether it's in your video or whether it's in your copy, and you're using all these different phrases and words and expressions that are not who you are. So everybody, whether you know it or not, has a soul factor. They have a very unique energy of what the soul is. And this is what people buy. People buy who you are at soul level. They buy your energy of what your soul is, whether you are aligned to or not. They're expecting that. And so when they come and buy it from you, they're like, wait, I thought her energy was power, but then she's, talking about other things. Well, I wanted her energy of power. Do you see how it kind of mixes up your audience? So the people who's supposed to work with you long term, right, don't end up signing up because it's not aligned to you. So there's so many characteristics that I'm finding that people are just not speaking from their first gift, which you need to know what your soul's marketing power words are. And this is where I create a recording just for you on what exactly is your first gift words, so that you can start speaking from it and you can speak straight from your soul to your soulmate client's soul. Then when they know that you are this particular energy and you also are aware of it, this is how that consistency can happen in your messaging, in your strategy, in your mindset work. Everything all needs to align first to your soul alignment. So I hope that gives you some idea of where you might be missing. Why you're not having the clarity has a lot to do with not being in your first soul's gift, not speaking from it, not showing up in a way that is more authentic for your ideal client to keep following you, to keep buying from you. They know that they want to work with you, but they don't understand why, because you don't understand who you are at soul level and you're not trusting it, right? So when I talk about being yourself, I'm talking about being the energy of what you're really designed to be. So everyone knows that my gift is love. So everything I talk about is based upon trusting yourself, your intuition, activating your higher psychic gifts, talking about, even though I'm talking about business related things, everything is all tailored towards what do you want in your life? What are your soul desires? That is my particular gift. If you start aligning to that and that's not your gift, it's going to cause a whole bunch of havoc because it's not who you are at soul level. So this is why soul alignment is key, and it's the first thing that you need in order to have the clarity. If you're starting your business all over again, or you have this new idea about something and it's still not sticking, it's still not working, it's because you are not being able to know how to speak directly and share from that voice. And that's what I help you with. I help you give you that clarity so we can work from soul alignment, business alignment, mindset, all the way to your messaging and your biz strategy. You have to start with soul alignment first, because it doesn't make sense if you're doing the how instead of the why. You need to start from the why to the what, then you get the how, then you get all the step-by-step stuff. So I hope that enlightened you. If you have any other questions about this and how I could help you to get you more clarity about where you might be missing all of this flow, the consistent income comes from speaking directly soul to soul to your ideal clients. And if you're not able to pinpoint that and you're not aligning to it every single day, you're going to be creating a lot of overwhelm. Probably you're working really hard, overworking. You're not being able to speak directly to your ideal audience. You're probably using platforms that are just not aligned to your soul. I can name the whole 9 as to why it's not working. And every time when someone comes to me, if I know what their soul level and they tell me what their gifts, what they think their gifts are, and they know that it is, but their actual actions are just not aligned to it, this is one of the reasons. It could be so many reasons, but the main reason is that you're not clear about who you are at soul level, and this is what's causing so much confusion for the consistency in your business, in your messaging, and then comes your biz strategy and everything after that. All right, so if you want to know any more information of how I can help you with this, we start with your soul alignment blueprints. I also can help you with your messaging and your biz strategy. If you want to work with me privately, you can also see that on my website. I do have my new course and 8-week mastermind called Mastering Your Soul's Gift program that is going to exactly help you to stay in alignment with your first gift so you can create unlimited wealth and abundance. And from there, that is where you will start to feel this consistency to be able to target your ideal audience and be very clear on your messaging and really what you're meant to do and serve people with. So my website is my name, LeimomiKeliikuli.com, and if you ever need any other help with other like-minded individuals, come join my Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living, And there you can share anything more about what you're struggling with, and figure out why you're not getting this clarity in your business, in your life. And you can also take my Discover Your Business Gifts quiz. That's right on my website too, right on the front page, and you can't miss it. That might give you an idea of what you are at soul level, and this will give you the tools of what your niche is, who you're meant to serve, and why you're meant to do that. All right, well, anyway, I hope that enlightened you, and I hope that gives you some kind of idea of where you might be not aligned, and we'll take it from there. All right, have a beautiful day. Aloha.